Welcome to the Collective Experience by the Brwngrlz Collective, a dynamic platform where we celebrate innovation, creativity, and the power of Black excellence. Each episode, we sit down with change makers, visionary industry leaders, and groundbreaking entrepreneurs across the worlds of fashion, tech, education, business, and more. This is more than just an interview series. It is a space where stories are shared, wisdom is exchanged, and inspiration flows. Together, we are building a community that thrives on collaboration, empowerment, and the drive to uplift one another. So get ready to meet these women redefining industries and shaping the future. This is the Collective Experience, where we take center stage.
Where games last and live vibes live. Support live soul with soulful touch. Now seeking sponsors for their next big show. See you there.
Welcome to the Collective Experience, brought to you by Brwngrlz Collective, your space for inspiration and connection. I'm your host, Jasmine. Today, we're excited to introduce Leah Abernathy, the creative force behind Nettle Brwn, a natural skincare brand dedicated to integrity and transparency. About 4 years ago, Leah set out a journey to supplement her family's income, but what started as a prayerful question evolved into a fulfilling passion for creating natural handmade soaps and skincare products. Leah dove deep into learning the art and science of soap making, understanding the benefits of oils, essential oils, pH levels, and natural colorants. With her family as her first customers, her labor of love quickly grew into a trusted brand. Now, nearly 3 years in business, Nettle Brwn offers a range of all-natural products, including body butters, beard oils, hand soaps, and lotions, all free of harsh chemicals and artificial coloring. Join us as Leah shares her journey of entrepreneurship, faith, craftsmanship, as well as her commitment to educating others about the benefits of skincare. Let's hear how she's transforming self-care one bar of soap at a time. Hi, Leah.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great. I am great. So I'm excited to get to know you and talk to you and see what's going on in the world of Nettle Brwn. But first, we're going to go ahead and get into a little game we call This or That. We're going to spin the wheel and see what we get. Spin that wheel.
Right on the line.
So brick or mortar business or online business? Which one?
Currently online.
Okay. Why online do you prefer?
I don't believe it's that I prefer. It was cost effective.
Okay.
Something I can go ahead and get started doing right away. Brick and mortar is the goal.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good goal of a store. But I love online because it's so like no matter where you're at, you can always just order it.
True.
So all right, let's spin the wheel again. Okay. Peas and carrots. Or
Mixed.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not a peas or a carrots girl like that. I guess it really doesn't matter. Wouldn't necessarily pick it, but
I wouldn't eat peas alone. It's not my favorite. If I had to, I would, but
yeah.
Peas and carrots together, definitely.
Yeah, I guess the carrots do balance it out a little bit because peas by themselves not that good.
Yeah.
All right, let's spin the wheel again. Okay, heels or sneakers.
Major love to our sponsors for stepping in to make all of this happen.
IAS Games for family and friend game night.
Barnes. Out the Barnes Entertainment for your video editing needs. Camera Guys Inc. for video photography and your editing needs. Intro music by Sedasia and music provided by Drea. Your contributions keep us going and help us grow.
I guess if I had to pick one, I would say heels, but I think it just depends.
Okay.
It depends
on
on
how
the
you feel.
occasion. It depends on, yes, how I'm feeling. I could rock them both. But because I'm a shorty, heels is what I more than likely would do.
Okay.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 5 even.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Need some
No
height
judgment.
sometimes. Well, how tall are you?
I'm like 5'6".
Yeah, you don't need heels.
No, I don't need them. I love a good heel though. I love a good heel. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to the sneakers or anything flat because my feet be hurting. I used to love heels all the time. I used to wear them almost every day. But no.
I've always been kind of laid back, relaxed, but I'll put on a good heel when I need to. So that's why I say either or. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we are going to get into the introspective. So what do you think is one misconception of what it is that you do or having a skincare line?
One of the misconceptions is that it's easy. It's not easy.
Right.
There's a lot of chemistry involved. There's a lot of measuring involved. There's a lot of preciseness that is necessary to form a good bar.
Right.
And to achieve what you're trying to get out of that bar. So that's a big misconception.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it always seems easy when you see other people doing it because you think it's like, oh, I could just put this together and that would make, but it's not that easy. Because I make, skincare as well. I haven't made as many products as you do, but it's definitely not an easy task. For sure.
And I've messed up plenty before, getting it right. So
exactly. I just messed up a batch of body butter the other
don't you hate
that? Oh my gosh.
I feel your pain.
I didn't even use it. I got Desiree, I gave her most of the jars. It's still some sitting there. I just refuse. I'm so upset about that.
Well, I become obsessed when I get it wrong. I must get it right. And even though sometimes it may be good, I want it even better. So I become a little bit obsessed.
The next batch I made after that, I made sure it was like to perfection. So I was happy. So it made up for it. But yeah.
Good.
It's not easy at all.
No.
All right. So Leah, we're going to go ahead and get into the first question.
Okay.
Okay. Where are you from? Before we get into that, where are you from?
So I am from Charleston, South Carolina, born and raised.
Okay. You went to, did you go to school out there? Like, did you go to, you grew up there? Like, what schools did you go to? I know a lot of people in Charleston.
So my high school was R.B. Stall High School, but I transferred to Somerville High School my senior year, which was a bus, but.
Okay.
I always have to say that because it was my senior year.
Yeah, it was a bus. So why?
Because I didn't want to leave my school and my friends. And I had to march with people that I didn't know.
Oh, okay. That's true. I get it. Yeah.
And I was a cheerleader and everything. And everything was all good at Stall. And then I had to transfer. So.
Did your family move to another location? That's why you had to transfer schools?
Yes. Yes, we did.
Bad. I had to move around a lot too. So I get that. That was. I used to be happy. I think when I was younger, in like, like elementary, middle school, I didn't really care. Once I got to like high school, I was like, oh, what a move. I have
Yeah.
friends here. Like I really
Right.
enjoyed myself. Like it was not that fun. So
Right.
I couldn't imagine doing it senior year. I probably would have been a little bummed too.
Yeah. And I didn't cheer for them. I refused. Wasn't
Uh-oh.
a cheer. I was protesting.
Was they like a competitive school? Like did they compete against each other?
I mean, well, with cheerleading, back then they didn't really say that it was a sport.
Right.
So we went to camps and different things of that nature, but no competition.
Okay. But like
Yeah.
even for the schools, like when they played football, you cheer for like football and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
So did they play each other? The two schools?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All the schools in the Low Country plays each other at one point or another. And if you get far enough along, you might start to get schools from the upstate
Okay.
that you play.
Okay. Yeah, so
Yep.
that makes sense. You don't want to cheer for the competition you've been with for all this time. So
Exactly. Exactly.
all right. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the first question, which is about passion and identity. So what inspired you to start your journey? And how does it your personal story connect with the work you do today?
So I've always been a simplistic type of person. I love to bake. I love to see all of the beauties in the simpleness. I don't need all the glitz and glams and all of that. So I always try to be self-sufficient. I always try to say, can I do that myself? Can I make that myself? Type thing. And I did other little businesses for like fun money and things of that nature. But I kind of got to the point where I needed to find something that I could give that was going to be a necessity, something that's going to be sustainable, not just for fun.
Right.
2020 happened and I started gardening and trying to produce whatever I can to sustain. So, God said one day to me, well, what about soap? And I was like, what about soap?
Yeah. What about it?
Soap. What about soap?
Yeah.
So I looked up soap and I'm like, does people actually make soap? Come to find out, it's a whole world of soap making. I was fascinated by that. I continued to look into it and I just went down a rabbit hole of soap making. I said I was going to try it. Didn't think it was going to be anything, but I wanted to see if I could do it. So I tried it.
Right.
I loved it. And I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah, it has that effect on you. The same thing happened to me. I was like, I went to esthetician school and I thought I was going to be doing one thing. And then I was like, I do not want to make anything. I don't want to make no products.
Right.
I ended up making products. So, yeah, I mean, it does have, you end up going down that rabbit hole because there's so many things that you can learn in the different ways that you can put the chemicals together and stuff like that. And I'm not even good at math. Are you good at math?
Girl, no.
Okay.
I am. I know now what I need to know, but no.
Exactly. That was the main reason why I was like, oh my goodness, the math part. But it's definitely a difficult task to do, but it's also fun and rewarding. So I understand why you enjoy it as much as you do. What were you doing before you started making the skincare? Like what was your career path?
So I have an associate's in science. So I have been in the medical field for 21 years. Taking care of people is just a passion, and it's kind of like spilled over into Nettle Bloom because caring for the skin is very important task. And people don't realize that it's your first line of defense. for your immune system. For it's very important. So I still am in the medical field. So yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next question, which is about your business. So, what sets your business apart, and how does it impact your industry?
So I believe that Nettle Bloom is set apart because we're very transparent with what we're putting in our bars. And if you see the ingredients, it's very little that it takes to actually make soap.
Right.
We don't need all the other chemicals. And I'm very transparent with what I'm putting in it. And I usually give you like a little educational card that goes into your packaging when you purchase something that says what your soap is good for. How is your skin health going to benefit from it? And skincare is a saturated field.
It is.
At this time. But if you look at the ingredients of most of the stuff,
behind the scenes, there's a lot of hard work that goes into this production, and we couldn't do it without our amazing sponsors, advertisers, and crew.
We're not doing that.
Right.
So I believe that's what sets us apart. We're educating you and helping you along the way, telling you what's in the bar, and we're cleaning your skin. We're nurturing your skin, and that's what we're doing. It's soap.
So I'm sure you never would have thought that this was something that you would be doing, coming from the medical field into making skincare products.
No, not at all. But I see the connection in it. Skin health, body health, immune system. It's really full circle. With what we're doing, because we're not just taking care of internally in the medical field, but Nettle Bloom takes care of your outer body. So
Yep. I learned a lot about that in school. So yeah, it is your first line of defense, and it's important that you take care of your skin above a lot of other things. And drinking water.
Yep.
With your skin. So
Yep.
so many things. I love skincare, so we're gonna move on to the next question. All right, so this is what's your why, right? So why, or what's your why? So what keeps you motivated, even when things get tough for you?
When I have customers that call me or whatever and be like, "Girl, that soap. It did this, it did that. Eczema situations got better. Pigmentation of the skin in certain areas that they've been working on has gotten better." So those are the things that keep me going. When I get the reviews back and people say, "Oh gosh, I feel so squeaky clean, but I still feel moisturized," and it's a good feeling. It shows me that I am actually making a difference. And I think also the flip side of that is life imitates art. So how do we show our little girls, or anybody for that matter, all the things that we can do if we're not exposed to doing it? So, building the brand of Nettle Bloom and being an entrepreneur and providing the service of soap is something that we all should be like finding our why to dive in and be able to produce a product into our own communities.
Right.
So that's my why.
That's your why. A lot of people, when they start a business, and I mean, you've had this business for 4 years, so it's very easy for you to, you should have a why, right? And some people don't have a why for when they're starting their business. So that ends up being a difficult question for some people, because they don't really know why they're doing it. They're just doing it because it looks good or somebody else saw somebody else doing it, stuff like that. So making sure that we ask that question because we want to make sure that people who have these businesses know why they're doing it, and know why it's important to them and why they're, putting it out in the universe for other people to see it. It can't just be, oh, I thought it was a good idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, if you don't, your why is so important. If you don't know your why, it's pointless.
Right.
Whatever it is that you're doing, you need to understand why you're doing it and what the outcome is that you're looking for from it, whether it's your business or any endeavor in life.
Absolutely. All right. So we're going to go to the next question, which is legacy and impact. So what impact do you hope to make in life, and how do you see your legacy inspiring other Black and Brown women to pursue their dreams?
My legacy would be not to just have one Nettle Bloom brick and mortar, but to have several Nettle Bloom brick and mortar schools. I mean, well, not schools, but schools as well, but businesses. Also provide, schools where it's something that it can be taught. Right. Because again, before I stumbled across soap, I had no idea that the world of soap was so big and that so many people makes it and they use it as a means of living. So the legacy would be to carry on for my generations of women, maybe men, that would like to carry it on and, provide skincare products. But also, again, life imitates art. So if other brown girls see that it's something that I have done, they know also that they can do it. Maybe it sparks an idea that maybe it's not soap or body butters, but maybe it's something else, and it gives them the drive. It gives them the image that they can also do something that they are passionate about doing.
Right. Do you see this as being like a family business, like, you passing this down to like your kids? Does this look like something that they would be interested in?
Yes, definitely. So my husband and I run the business together.
Okay.
And we're always like trying to find ways now to maybe start with something like a melt and pour soap for the grandchildren, so they don't have to handle the lye that you have to put in to make anything soap. Right. And my daughter gives me tips and stuff like, Mom, if you're trying to appeal to, my age of people.
Okay.
You should probably do this, or, so yes. And then my son, when I hit a bar just right with the scent, he's like, Mama, yes, like this is something, so they all give their opinions and their opinions are valued, and I go with it.
Yeah, that's good. Just something to look forward to, and, you being that inspiration for them. So even if they don't decide to do, or take over the business and want to create their own thing, they have you as as somebody to look up to as far as creating their own business and, starting their own way. So I love that for your kids. That's awesome.
My children actually all do have their own endeavors.
Okay. That's good. Just in different lanes in the skincare.
I'm proud to say that. No, it's not skincare. It's kind of across the board. My son does photography. He also does, he has a brand, a clothing brand that he does. My daughter does art, and she draws and things of that nature. My son does lawn care, and my other daughter, she kind of dabbles in cosmetics because she's a cosmetology. Yeah. So across the board, I always tell them, do what you're passionate about, build your own brand and your own job. You don't have to go and be on someone else's job.
That's true.
Yep.
So it's starting early. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got to get into the next one, which is about paying it forward. So what's one piece of advice or wisdom you would share with the next woman stepping into this space? And what's one question that you would love to ask her?
My advice would be, don't assume who's going to support you and who's not.
Right.
Um, it's not all the time the ones that you think are going to support you are going to be your number one fans or consumers into your product. But remember your why and continue to do what you're doing. Your supporters are going to come and you'll be surprised on who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yep. And most likely it's not going to be your friends or your family.
Exactly.
Strangers.
Right.
That
You know, you sound like you know.
I know. It's never friends and family. You know, they may show up sometimes, but you know, your biggest supporters are always going to be the people that don't know you. So
Right. Which is okay because others see the value in you as well, not just your family and friends. So
absolutely. Yep. I do sometimes wish it was the other way around because it's like, you know me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not? But
yeah,
it just, you know, it is what it is, and that's okay. They show up the way that they can, and that's appreciated too. So either way, as long as you get that support, I think, you know, it's great. Either way.
Yeah. I agree. My question, could you reiterate the second part?
So what's one question that you would love to ask her?
One question I would like to ask her. I think in a nutshell, it might be like a 3-part question. Okay. One of the bigger things of becoming an entrepreneur and putting yourself out there, whether you're producing a product or a service, number one, are you going to fund it with your own money? Are you going to apply for grants, or are you going to start your business off in the red and get credit? It's we did not start off with credit, and we're always looking for grants, but it's hard work putting in your own funds, your own money, along with your own sweat equity. But that's what's going to make your business thrive, your sweat equity, and you putting all that you need to put into it. So I guess my question would be, how do you plan to make it happen?
Yep, that's important.
Yep.
Because the funds are definitely a big part of it. So you do have to have something.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't need a whole lot, but you do need to have something to start with, and knowing how you're gonna manage that money that you do make from it is important. So
to turn it over. That's right. And what are you going to sacrifice? Because you're going to sacrifice something if you plan to be a successful business. You know?
Yeah. Sacrifice. Does anybody want to do that? But you have to. You got to give up something. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Leah, it was great talking to you. You know, talking to a fellow skincare line owner, just to know that I'm not alone in my struggle.
That's right. You are not. We may have to collaborate.
For real. Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out some stuff. I only have 2 products right now, but I haven't decided like which way I wanted to go as far as my new stuff. But
okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk and see what we could do. I would love that. But again, it was really great talking to you. How would anybody be able to purchase your products if they wanted to get some from you?
And again, thank you for having me and presenting the challenge to come on and interview. So I appreciate that as well. I am on Instagram at nettlebloom_skincare. And I have a website, nettlebloom.com.
Okay, so y'all make sure y'all check her out. Everybody that's watching, thank you so much for being a part of the collective experience. We'll see you later, Brwngrlz. Thank you to our advertisers, sponsors, and everyone who made it possible. And of course, thank you for tuning in and being part of the Brwngrlz family. See you next time.
Oh girl, I love you just like Mary Jane. I give you everything. Damn, I hope you feel the same. Come and make it better just like Mary Jane. Oh girl, I can't complain. I need your touch, can't get enough. Come and beat me up, it's just like Mary Jane. Beat me up from the middle of the club. You say you running low again, won't let me fill your cup. I got some papers in my section and some sponsors in the tuck. She been calling me Spliff Daddy, baby. Please don't gas me up. You can keep your mask, I don't want time with that. Tryna know your heart by the time we start, baby. Ain't no hiding facts. Maybe if you with it, we can start a tab. Break down them walls, you can let me in. I can be your quarterback. I'ma put our team right on the